3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile from the four-wheeler. And we're just walking down this main trail trying to get to where we want to be. And we're running into a fair amount of elk tracks, and they were from today, I would say. So we're gonna bust out the first bugle of the trip, see how rusty I am. I bet those are cow tracks.
Yeah, probably so.
They definitely look like.
Yeah, they didn't look quite big enough.
No.
Be a bull. Okay.
You never know.
Yep.
Two little yearlings.
They aren't too afraid.
Nope. Psst. I knew I saw two of them. I just wanted to go down that way. Whoosh. Whoosh. Go. Why can't an elk do that? Go. Whoosh. Well, this is the first morning in here. We didn't make it quite as far as we thought we would last night. We ran into moose and ran into a few other things that kind of slowed us down. Did a lot of filming, but through camp up, it was super smoky in here last night down in this valley. But here's my humble abode. We just tarp camp anymore. It's like the second year we've done this. I can't say I slept
Amazing.
I can't say that I slept real good last night. I got a lot of sleep, but it was some cold sleep. But Logan said he slept pretty amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I had that grass for a...
You're already tore down, aren't you?
Yeah.
But so today we're shooting up that face. About 1,100 feet of gain. Maybe a little over actually. It's between 1,100 and 1,300, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Logan said he got scared to death last night.
Yeah.
A hunter.
I was sound asleep. 3 o'clock in the morning. A hiker, a hunter, he was just humming away.
Singing to himself.
Yeah, I guess he had earbuds in or something. I don't even think he knew I was there.
Yeah.
And my tent lit up with his headlamp, and boy, I bolted up, and he just kept on walking.
That's funny. Alright, well, that's the plan. Eat a quick breakfast and shoot up that face and see if we can get in some elk. So here we go. Every time we decide to scale this thing, we remember how hard it is.
Harder than it looks.
Way harder. I don't know what the degree of slope is here, but we're almost ready to get to the rock climbing part. Yeah. So we just came up about halfway up. Probably another 600 vertical foot to get to there. Alright, dude. Show us what you got. This is the first little cliff face.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then we got another big one after that.
Yeah. And then we go down into this canyon right here, and then up that face. We've got another hour climbing, at least. Alright, show us what you got.
As far as
Burn it up there.
oh.
Won't film you fall. I'll catch you.
Alright. I forgot my belt.
No.
So I might have to do some paracord later on. I keep falling down,
That'd be quite the scene. You get up there and your pants fall down.
Yeah, at least I'll be cool.
Yeah.
I may not look cool, but
Here he goes. Guys, every time we make this hike in here, I think this is a third or fourth trip up this cliff face, we're like, what on earth are we doing? You get about halfway up and it just gasses you. I don't care how good a shape you're in, how much you work out for it. We normally try to pack in for 5 days, so we've got enough food and water on us for about 5 days. We'll probably have to make one water run. It's super dry this year, so some of the creeks around here are kind of low and dried up, so we may have to hike a little further once we get up to the top for water if we run out. But it's brutal. It is brutal. We saw one pack train. They were packing in. It looked like they're gonna go pack in for hunters. They had like 3 mules and 3 horses, but other than that, that's about the only traffic. I guess Logan said he saw somebody about 3 o'clock this morning hike up the main trail, but I don't think there's not a lot of people that are dumb enough to do what we're doing, going straight up this cliff face, because it literally is about between, we figured it up, it's between 12 and 1300 vertical feet. And you have to go down a canyon and then back up another side. So in all, you're climbing about 1,600 feet, but to get to the top. But man, last year it panned out, and that's the only reason we're doing this again. But hopefully the elk aren't pushed out of here. There is a little more pressure in here this year, so hopefully there's some animals still in here. Made it to the top, bro.
You did. Good workout.
Yeah.
About beats doing curls. A little more cardio than that.
Curls with your legs. You ready to actually start hunting now?
Yeah. We have seen.
Spent half the day climbing.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's do it. A lot of elk tracks. Pretty fresh stuff too. A lot of deer tracks too though. Well, everything looks good in here. Haven't heard anything for sure yet. We thought earlier we may have heard a faint bugle back over behind us, probably a half mile, but it's kind of windy at the time, so we don't know for sure. But we made it to the edge of this dark timber, right on the edge of this burn. And last year, this is where all these elk were flooding out of. They bed down here. It's a north-facing slope. They bed down here at midday. So we're just gonna, I don't think we're gonna bomb off in there unless we strike one up, but cause it's only the first day in this area, so there's no sense in, if there are elk in here, there's no sense in busting them all out of here. So let's cow call a couple times. I might bugle, real soft bugle maybe. Bugle. Go ahead. Nada. Putting on my makeup. It's getting serious. Yeah. Got my little mirror. Yeah, it's pretty. Like that. Yeah, I like that. This is the good stuff. It's gluten-free, non-GMO, no calories. Yeah. Okay, now I want to do. There's a lot of pine trees in here, so gotta get that green in. Yeah, gotta get that green. Are you kidding me? No. You gotta get serious if you want to kill an elk. Alright. Makeup tutorial brought to you by Logan Gold. Jeff guy. Chipmunk cheeks. Well, if it doesn't fool them, it'll scare them anyway. A little bit. Got it. Almost, pretty much. This has been like a 6-minute video that he put on Facebook. Like, we got it. Well, guys, we're calling it an evening. We got into a ton of elk sign in here. Lots of tracks in this area that we've hunted last year. This is actually probably within 200 yards of where I shot the bull that I hit bad last year. There's still a lot of elk sign in here. We haven't tipped down off the edge yet to go check the walls yet, but we'll do that in the morning. But not a single, no cows talking, no bugles, nothing. But tomorrow's a new day. Hopefully something changes. Whatever's going on right now, hopefully it does a 180 for us, and we'll see what happens. But figured we'd show you guys kind of how we set up and what kind of gear we bring. We've gone to tarps. We used to run 2-man tents. We each had a 2-man tent, pretty lightweight tents, but they just take so long to set up, and they're a lot noisier setting up, and we like to camp real close to the area that we're gonna hunt, so we try to be as quiet as we can. But I'll show you Logan's.
I'm having Skittles for supper.
You're having Skittles
For supper. Gotta get that protein.
Logan does kind of like
I always do a lean-to.
Yeah, he does a lean-to. And something we both do is we both have self-inflating sleeping pads. We both use a pillow. Those pillows are they're only like 2 ounces, once they're collapsed up, so just helps you sleep a lot better, especially whenever you're not inside a tent. Anything to help you out. But
I will sleep with this super.
Yeah, he has a down coat that he puts on, an oversized coat.
I always stay warm for upper body. I even bought some down pants too.
Oh, you do have down pants, yeah.
I didn't use them last night, but
yeah,
I might use them tonight. We're up a little bit higher.
Yeah, we're up another 1,500 foot from what we were last night.
I might put them on tonight.
I'm gonna check but anyway, that's kind of what he does. But we both do run a inflatable with actually a little bit of insulation in the pad. Instead of just a straight air pad, you put that insulation in there, and it helps you stay a lot warmer. But he likes to lean to. I'll show you what I do. So I run a TP whenever I can. I like to run a TP. It's a little harder getting in, but I don't know. I sleep cold anyways. I always do. So I feel like if I can put a tree with brush, just like I did there, put a tree with brush at one end, and then I'll put my pack at my head right here. Now sometimes I messed up and I've had it act like a wind tunnel. I'm about froze to death, but we I don't know if this will pick it up, but we both are running a down sleeping bag that probably only weighs 1 pound, maybe a pound and a couple ounces. I put a thermarest, so that piece of foam right there is half of a thermarest. I put that underneath my self-inflating Ceta. I think that's a Ceta Summit sleeping pad. I love that thing. They do weigh more, but and the weight that you don't have in a tent, I feel like you're sleeping. If you don't get good rest on a mountain, you'll wear out quick. So there's I haven't aired it up yet, but there's my pillow. Real quick, a good little trick. This is a pair of thermals. Put these on your feet. Just stuff your feet in them. Wear one pair of really heavy wool socks, so it'll focus. These are super heavy. I think these are actually buffalo, but that's all I sleep in. I don't double up socks because the way you have insulation, the way you stay warm is with air pockets, and if you have real tight layers, you will not stay warm. especially on your feet. But anyway, that's just how we do it. That's our sleeping accommodations. But anyway, I want to have some oats tonight, and maybe a protein bar and call tonight. Hopefully we can hear a bull bugle tonight. That'd be awesome. Well, we actually heard some bugles last night. We couldn't tell where they were, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure one was directly behind us off this point, probably a quarter mile. Then we had another one. We know there's some wallows down here about another quarter mile. It could have been the same bull because there's like a couple hours in between them. One bugled at like 9 o'clock and another one was like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then we had some cows 2 o'clock this morning. They came up this ridge, and actually where we were set up yesterday, waiting for elk to come up and feed in this burn. But those cows they were feeding, they came up and fed probably 200 yards from us. But so this morning we've just been going real slow, trying not to make a lot of noise, and just been listening. And so far there's not been anything. But just been taking our time, eating a little bit, and drinking coffee and tea.
Had a little breakfast and some tea and coffee and a little bit of mountain ops. Beautiful morning. It's so still out, not a single.
Probably only 45 out here. It's not bad at all.
The thermals are going this way though. We just checked. It looked like it. The wind.
Yeah, so we'll probably end up going down and checking those wallows, and then probably make a big loop, come up on the top of that mountain over there, which is about 11,500 feet, and then go all the way back, on our way back to the four-wheeler. So another day.
We've never gone that way.
No, we haven't.
That's a new one.
We really think that somebody's been in here pushing these elk around, because they are not acting like they were last year at all.
We've seen a lot of sign, just like, tracks and
not of people, of people, but
no, just
elk. But they're just, I don't know, they're not acting like they were last year. So alright, well, hopefully next time we turn this camera on, we gotta fill up on water too, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't bring as much water
out. But next time we turn this camera on, hopefully we're in some elk. ridge that I shot my bull on last year. So we're just gonna, I don't know if, we both know how brutal that is getting over there. Yeah. I kinda wanna wait a little bit and see if we hear anything else behind us. Yeah. Before we just strike off. There's no sense in. So far we haven't heard anybody bugling back here. I think everybody stays on trail here because this stuff is just absolutely nasty. Once you get a quarter mile off the trail, there's just nothing but blowdowns and deadfalls and angles like that, literally everywhere. That's awesome though. Anytime you take water out of these little lakes like this, there's not a creek immediately running into it. I would highly recommend boiling it. But we'll have about 120 to 140 ounces of water. I'm gonna boil here real quick. It won't be real quick. We're gonna go try to. That wind's probably blowing out my mic, but. Then we're gonna go try and make a play on that bull. I'm sure he's fine in the bed right now, so. But anyway, that's the plan. Heard.
Alright guys, so we've been sitting up here about, what, hour and a half?
At least.
Probably 2 hours. And patience pays off. We've just been glassing and listening. Sure enough, just 10 seconds ago, we heard that elk bugle that we heard from this morning.
Twice, actually.
Yeah, twice. He bugled twice.
He's moved a little bit. He's a little further.
Yeah, he's a little
further
bit
south.
He's a little bit farther away. But, I mean, I think if we go over here still, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of keep to our original plan.
Yep.
But, awesome.
Way up that ridge, and he's just over the top. There's 2 ridges here. That one, and then the next one, he's on the back side of the second one. Let's do it, dude. Sheep country. ago. We had him in here. He's probably 100 yards whenever he bugled at me. Like, he answered me, but I don't know if he gathered his cows up and went on up, but we just had a bull bugle about a quarter mile up this drainage. And to be honest with you, I don't think there's any way possible that was the same bull. So what we might do, I really don't want to cross this valley. What we might do is just side hill this while the thermals are still shooting up to us. And I don't know, see if we can either intercept this bull or maybe run into that other bull that just bugled. They're in here, man. It's just a matter of getting lucky. Well, here we go again. We waited him out again and he finally bugled. I let off a couple bugles probably 30 minutes ago or so.
Yeah.
Maybe longer than that, I don't know. We've been sitting way up on that ridge back behind us for about 2.5 hours. And we've decided to move down a little bit just so we could be a little more in the game once these thermals start shooting downhill. And sure enough, just like we figured they had done, they moved up in this canyon and there's a big meadow down here below us, so I guarantee you that's where they're at. It's probably only another 300 yards in there, so we're just gonna real slowly but surely make our way down this, try to keep the thermals coming up to us, and just follow them. If we can follow them, that's how we got lucky last year. So
last year we camped with them for a couple days.
We did. We stayed on that same herd for 2 or 3 days, I think.
And it was pouring rain too.
Yeah, it was brutal last year, but there's a little bit of ash falling down in here.
Yeah, from that fire.
Yeah. So the wind direction's changed a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't get too crazy in here. We'll find out. Well, I guess patience paid off again. Last night these elk gave us a slip, and just from last year and the knowledge that we gained from last year, we knew these elk like to go feed up on this ridge at night. We went all the way to the base of the ridge last night, stayed there till 6:30, 7 o'clock, and no bugles, no talking, nothing. So we backed off quite a ways, actually, about a quarter mile. Because we know there's a bull behind us, or there was. Well, we were just, last night I would sleep for about an hour, wake up, listen, and nothing. And Logan woke up early this morning, got out here on this knob, nothing talking. We were just tearing down camp and just eating a little bit and just talking. And he fired up right there on that ridge where we figured they should have gone. So, Logan, it's time to loose an arrow, man.
It seems like these elk in here are always just crazy quiet.
Well, and they move so much.
And you don't even know.
Like,
for being such big animals, you'd think they'd make racket.
We've chased this herd yesterday for almost 1.5 miles.
Yep. We've been on this herd for 24 hours.
Yep. It's wild. Anyway, we're gonna go shoot off down here, and hopefully the wind stays good for us, and we can make a move on them. See what happens.
Well, last night was windy and rainy.
It was interesting.
And cold, freezing cold.
It was sleeting for a little bit.
I had ice on my tent.
Oh, yeah. It got a little cool. I think it started at 8:30. It went till about 1:30 this morning. So everything's pretty much sopping wet that we've got. But we're not sure what we're gonna do. Man, this area seems like it's daylight and dark from last year.
Yeah.
There's I've heard a lot of people talk about 2020. Well, there's a lot more hunters in here this year, and
a lot.
It doesn't help that we're in here. This is the last day of muzzleloaders today, and we actually heard a shot. I woke up like at 6 this morning. I was just listening for bugles. I didn't hear anything, but I couldn't tell for sure. But it sounded like it was way back up in here. I say way, it probably wasn't more than 400 yards away, but I heard a shot up in there. So I'm sure this drainage, all this area is pretty well blown out. We ran into a few guys yesterday. This is an area that we never ran into guys in years past.
Yeah.
So a little disheartening, but you know, what can you do? Everybody's out here trying to do the same thing, so it's public land. But we're not sure if we're just gonna go back into town, get a shower, get a hot meal, and head home in the morning, or if we're going to try to hunt some low country, because we really don't have enough time. There's one other spot that we have up our sleeve a buddy of ours is telling us about, but we'd need at least 2.5 to 3 days in there, and we've got to leave out in 2 days.
2 days.
So we're not real sure what to do, but we had some good encounters though. We did.
Yeah, we had a great encounter. That bull at 200 yards.
It was a big bull.
Man, had a rifle tag.
Yeah, we've been tagged out second day.
Man. Yeah.
He's a big bull.
Yeah, and we almost thought it was going to happen yesterday morning with that bull.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's the same bull anyway.
Maybe.
But all we can figure out is these elk in here, the guys that we ran into yesterday afternoon, they were saying the same thing, that elk just aren't talking. And right now, I mean, all the smoke's cleared out. I know earlier in the week we were talking about all the smoke. Well, it's all the rain and storms that went through yesterday and last night really cleared out. Yeah, you can't even smell smoke right now.
Sure, it helped that fire too.
Oh yeah. But we were thinking it had a lot to do with smoke, but they were thinking that it had a lot to do with people just running ridge lines and bugling and just getting all the elk call shy. So, I would say it's a mixture of both, but we really didn't run into a lot of people off trail until yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday and then this morning hearing the shots.
We started seeing a lot of fresh boot tracks and started seeing people.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Oh yeah. 5 miles in, you would never. Actually, from the truck, we're almost 7 miles right now.
From the truck.
But
we took the 4-wheeler. Ways. We were able to this time.
It is what it is, man. You can't change it. We had a blast in here, and we'll just we'll see what we decide, and what we decide to do later on.
Yep. So
we'll pack it up and head down the mountain.
Yep. Well guys, this is the next morning. and we're pretty beat up. Probably, literally the first mile coming back, we were about 5 miles from the truck, at least
From the
5.
four-wheeler.
Yeah, from the 4-wheeler.
About 7 from the truck.
Yeah. I twisted my ankle. It wasn't terrible, but I mean, I was limping pretty good. I was hobbling along, and then 2 miles later, Madison.
Oh, I did a number on mine.
You did, dude. So yeah, the mountain definitely beat us up this trip. But I mean,
Well, what was funny is I wasn't making fun of Logan. I was like, man, you just need to be careful. Well, those words came back to haunt me literally a mile and a half after Logan twisted his. I honestly thought I broke my ankle. Like I heard every bone in the side of my ankle crack.
And I was looking. He's like, yep, I'm done. I was looking at his ankles, his feet, and they were, I don't know. The way he was laying there, it looked like both of them were snapped. I was like, oh, snap. So I take off my pack. I'm rushing to getting some electrical tape or whatever.
He was in action, man. He was ready to go.
Yeah, I was like, well, but at least you didn't snap it.
Yeah, luckily it didn't. Hence the name, what do we call it?
We're calling it Ankle Snapper Mountain.
Snapper.
Yeah, Ankle Snapper Mountain.
Oh, man.
We're renaming that mountain.
It was a good hunt, though.
Found
a lot of elk. There were just a lot of hunters, and
there were tons of pressure.
Yeah,
but
they were just real call shy.
Yeah,
but we were fortunate enough to lay eyes on a bull of a lifetime for us anyway. I know there's bigger bulls out there, but this bull was a giant.
Yep.
And I don't know. We chased him for 2.5 days at least.
Yeah, a good solid 2 days.
Yeah, 2.5.
And he just literally all those elk in there wouldn't make a sound. You'd hear a bugle once a day. That elk bugled twice.
Yeah, he bugled a couple
that
times.
That one day, just twice.
And then we got him fired up a little bit, and in the video you guys will see, I think he responded to me in a period of 2 days. He responded to me 3 times, and we chased him, I think, almost 1.5 miles. And then finally, all we can figure out is they went up over timberline and over the mountains is all we could figure out, because there's really no way they could have got around us without us hearing them where we were. So that's all we could figure out.
Yep.
They had a will to live, guarantee you that.
Yep. So we hobbled back yesterday. We hobbled back to the 4-wheeler.
It was rough.
And we got on a 4-wheeler, came back, and we got a motel.
Yep.
That a shower definitely, after a few days, shower definitely felt nice. But anyway, well,
we've got a couple days left. We could stay out
technically we do have a couple days left. But man, our ankles. I was just walking just a little bit ago, and it's trashed.
Yeah.
So is yours.
Yeah, I don't think we could do it justice. And if we killed one, it'd be even worse trying to get him off the mountain. So I hate to say it, and I hate it for Logan's sake, but he'll be up to bat again next year.
Yeah, he'll
come back next year. That canyon, we found a honey hole, we think, and it's proven in a couple years in a row now how good it is. So.
Yep.
We'll just go back in there.
Yep, come back smarter and stronger next year.
That's right.
Hopefully we won't break an ankle.
Maybe we ought to both bring ankle braces next time.
I actually thought about bringing a knee brace.
Yeah.
Well, just leaving it at the truck or something, just in case.
Bad idea.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching.